Hi, I'm Charlotte Dukes. I'm a senior at San Diego State University, and this is my video statement for the Education and Counseling program. To begin, I'd like to give you a glimpse of my life. I have a multicultural blended family. I came into my marriage with my husband with one son who's Caucasian. My husband came into the marriage with two children. They're African American, Mexican, and white. We also have custody of our niece, who's half Mexican and white. And we also have one biological daughter who's half Mexican and white as well. I feel it's important for me to point out that we all come from different backgrounds because that experience sets me apart from other candidates. As a family, we've encountered many cultural issues. We've had to learn to adapt to each other and learn about each other's cultures while trying to maintain our own. This hasn't been easy, and especially with kids, it's even harder to manage. But with empathy, understanding, and patience, we've been able to blend together and create a foundation and a healthy life for ourselves. I've been in college for almost 12 years now. I started out at Grossmont College and I transferred to San Diego State, and I'm about to graduate with my bachelor's in communication. I've always been extremely passionate about school, and that's what's inspired me to become a mental health counselor in the educational field. I attended over 16 schools before I graduated high school. I came from a family of addicts, alcoholics, and inmates. Growing up in a toxic environment was not easy, but honestly it's what's led me here today. I had no control over my parents' decisions. I was a child of domestic violence and endured traumatizing experiences. But when I went to school, I felt safe, physically and mentally. I loved that I could control the grades that I got. I loved that I could turn my work in and be recognized for it. And I loved that I could control all the decisions that I had to make as a student. I thrived in the classroom, and I loved being the best student that I could possibly be. At 16, both of my parents were incarcerated, and I had to emancipate myself to register for my junior year of high school. When I graduated as a super senior, I finally felt what it was like to achieve something that I've been fighting for. From that day on, I knew my education would take precedence in my life, and I knew that someday I would get a degree. Slowly but surely, I've earned my degree. And the best part about that is I was the girl who wasn't supposed to graduate high school. I was the girl who was supposed to be addicted to meth or drinking every night, trying to forget her past. Instead, I chose the path of change and growth. I chose to break those patterns that my parents had. I chose my future, and I chose my kids' future. Becoming a counselor has always been a dream of mine since I was about 12 years old. The counselors I had throughout my life sometimes were the only people I had to turn to. When I lived in an uncontrollable environment, my counselors were the one thing that were consistent. I would love to help youth fight for their dreams and help them formulate a path to their future, just as I did. I really feel like my life experiences have led me to this very program. From having a multicultural blended family to my education, my motivation, and my ambition, I really feel like all of it is encompassed in this very program. I'm so excited to expand my knowledge in the mental health field. I can't wait to learn and understand the theories behind people's behaviors and actually be able to apply them strategically. I want to gain all the appropriate knowledge to be successful as a mental health professional, so I'm equipped and able to aid people in their recovery. I'm thrilled to create a scholarly foundation and have that to pull from rather than always pulling from my personal experiences. I would like to explore public health and how it affects individuals in that environment. Lastly, I want to continue to grow as a person. I want to continue to learn. I want to become even more self-aware. And I want to have the professional experience backing me in the career path that I choose. In 5 years, I imagine myself being a counselor, either at a high school, maybe a university, maybe at a facility. But I imagine myself helping youth and guiding them and assisting them with their paths and their personal issues. One of the main things I want to contribute to the youth today is being able to tell them that they can achieve their dreams. Even if every odd is against you, even if you feel like you'll never reach it, there's always a way. If they believe they can, they will. My work with youth will be beneficial for them because I will be able to relate to them with my personal experience. I'll be able to understand how they feel as that little kid who's in that environment that they can't control. In closing, I know I'm meant for this program. I can literally feel it in my heart. This is my calling, and this is what I've wanted to do my whole entire life. When I found this program on San Diego State's website, I couldn't believe that I found something that was so fitting for me. My dreams are so big, and I will never stop fighting for them. Thank you so much for taking the time to read my personal statement, go through my application, and watch this video that I've made for you. My niece actually helped me make it, so you can give her a lot of the credit. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye.